Good morning, my love. I hope you're doing great. I have a pretty pertinent message today. It's coming through pretty clearly about having clear vision and clearing our vision, especially when it comes to our intuition. But right before I started the video, my left eye got something in it like really intensely, and it did not go away. I could not get it to go away until I received the message of today we need to work on our clarity of vision. This might even be specifically for masculines today. I wouldn't be surprised if I have some masculines in here in this video today. So first and foremost, I feel like I say that a lot, but like I like it, you know? Anyway, it's a focus day, like trying to keep myself focused, and there's definitely some energies trying to like pull on me to keep me from focusing. So we're gonna get this message out today. I would like to ask that you consent for me to be in your energy today, please and thank you. I always want consent when I do things like this. I am a healer and I want to help you work on some of the wounding that you may be experiencing. So please give me consent at this time. And if you don't, go ahead and scroll away. That's okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I want everybody that is in my readings to feel safe at all times. This is a collective that definitely needs to feel safe and has been hurt in the past. So I always want to provide that safe space for you guys. And I need the same thing, to be honest. Whenever I see readers, I always kind of wish they would say a little bit more about what they're going for and kind of take more into account how I'm feeling in the reading. And that's hard to do through a screen, but I'm trying to achieve that and kind of set that example. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that, actually. Do you guys think it's necessary? I think it is, but we'll see. Let's see what y'all think. So today I was asked to light a candle for you guys. Whoa, my incense just flew. It's purple. So yeah, definitely intuition. My incense just flew off my table. Anyway, I was asked to light this candle for your guys' intuition to clear. So at this time, Spirit, Archangel Michael, Hecate, God of the Most High Vibration, I ask you this time you help collective clear their third eye and allow them to view their path fully and completely in what is necessary to take their next step. Ashe. I usually don't have such a hard time getting my words together, or there's like this like don't judge me energy, like we're still working on that judgment wound. My past 2 videos have talked about that judgment wound. So I'm not surprised. That judgment wound is really deep with this collective. You're allowed to speak your truth at all times. You're also allowed to be wrong. Someone needed to hear that today. It's like there's such a serious energy, like almost like collective is afraid to be seen. And I also wonder if you guys experience a similar thing that I do, where I always feel like I'm being watched 24/7. I figured out that feeling is because you are being observed by yourself. You are observing. Part of your job as a human is to observe. So whenever you're feeling like someone's watching you, it's you. If you're feeling judgment and you're by yourself, it's a shadow version of you. Somebody today is really experiencing a lot of judgment wounding, like acting up. And that's because your feminine is poking at it, asking you to face it. Watch my last 2 videos. It'll make a lot of this make sense too. I know they're kind of long, but if you want like a quicker way, don't watch the last one, but watch the one before that. I'll see if I can link it. But anyway, there's some kind of block with our intuition, and obviously it has something to do with the judgment wound. And I want you guys to know, anyone who knows that they're moving into union at this time, you working on healing your wounding is what creates the environment that you are afraid. It creates the environment that you're wanting. And so the fears that you're having in regards to union fall away naturally when you focus on healing your wounding. And I know judgment wounding is really hard. It comes from such a deep place, and it comes from a lot of times like certain type of parenting. So wow, you guys are, I'm just feeling a ton of resistance to this today. So Mama Paige is here to save the day. I love you guys. I just want you to know that. Before we even really dig in, I love you guys so much, and I'm so proud of you. And I know your spirit team is so proud of you, because if I'm here on your screen, it's because you are the type of person who really likes to actually take care of business and heal your nasty and your karmic and all of that. Like, you're the type of person who takes charge and does better and sets an example. And that's when I show up to kind of help you with some of those deeper wounds that we're almost, I don't want to say that you're scared to deal with them, right? But they hurt really bad. They're really painful. And we could go on living our life, you know, not dealing with it, and we'd still be fine. But we're trying to do better for us and for future generations. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are parents. I'm going to go ahead and start today with our oracle. This is the deck where I like you guys to take a moment and pause the video and write down in the comments any intuitive hits you get. This collective is all about intuition, and we're learning, and that candle went out, you guys, and we're learning how to hone our intuition and be more receptive to the things that we get. When you heal a judgment wound, it is a lot easier to receive messages because you're not judging spirit or yourself or your brain for the messages that you're getting, and you're able to kind of move and flow more. All right, spirit, today, I know today we're working on our judgment wound and clearing the path ahead of us. What can we do to help clear our vision and see things more clearly so that we're able to move forward in our purpose? Go ahead and pause. Card number 33. 33 is significant. And this is your angels speaking to you. You know that you are guided and incredibly spiritually guided. You know that you're very protective. Protective. Interesting. Protected. You might be a very protective person. Spiritual warrior might be a term that resonates with you. And I know that you're used to fighting and to being the one to kind of fix everything for everybody, right? And you're the one that's had to kind of stand up when things get tough. But this is the time in your life where you are being asked to really just sit with spirit and let yourself be guided. Everything doesn't have to be hard like it's always been. I'm having a hard time getting this message out because, wow. There's a lot of resistance. Almost like, it's that wounding. It's that, you might have grandparents that say this, but like, you'll see behaviors from grandparents and older generations. If I had to suffer, you have to suffer the same way. It's that wound. It's that, like, it has to be hard. You didn't earn it if it's not hard. And it doesn't stop being hard. And it's all those negative projections that are telling us that if we don't bleed, you don't succeed. And the whole point in us healing is so that future generations and our children are able to experience the joy and abundance without bleeding for it. And so I think that's interesting that that's coming through, because it is outdated, and this is a really great time to start letting go of outdated beliefs and start leaning in more into what you are wanting to cultivate and what you want for your life. As we get older, we start to think differently. Our brains evolve. Your brain doesn't fully develop until you're 25 years old. So it's really important that we leave also room for us to evolve in our planning. It's okay to plan and make, goals for the future. But if you want that clarity and that block cleared, it's really important to allow space for future you to make adjustments. And when things come up in your life and these tower moments start hitting, it's trust that yourself is changing something for you. If you don't believe in God, if you don't even, I don't know how you cannot believe in the universe. I mean, at this point, there is a higher power. Like, I don't know. It would be very interesting for me if somebody didn't believe in something bigger than them and was in my content somehow. This is a very witchy collective, so I would be interested to know how that would go, but the throat chakra today is really intense. It's like, don't you dare. And I am not the type of person that won't say how I feel or what I need to say, especially when I feel I've been badgered for a couple of days now to get this message out. And so it's really interesting the amount of resistance that's coming around this. It's this judgment one too. It's almost like yourself knows, your shadow knows. Once we uncover that and start working on that judgment wound, there's another wound that's even worse. It has something to do with love. But Spirit wants to remind you, your angels specifically want to remind you that they're constantly sending you messages because you're allowed to have things easier. You might be the type of person that you receive a lot of messages and sometimes you don't look at them because you feel like you're asking too much of your spirit team. You cannot ask too much of your spirit team. They're there for you, and you are absolutely worthy of every amaticum of energy that comes to you. So this self-worth is really the key to this judgment wound right now. And reminding yourself consistently that you are absolutely deserving of love. This will help you with moving forward into unions if that is your path right now. This will help you with learning your magic and new crafts. This will allow you to be stronger in your intuition and to step into your purpose more fully, or just start stepping into your purpose. This does a lot. This strengthens your relationships inside and outside. So self-worth is one of the most foundational things that we can work on as people trying to heal and working on healing. And typically, from my experience, people like me or like you who you're really working on healing and it's almost like I have to do it. It's just this thing in you where you have to do it and you're just not satisfied unless you are healing, is because you are a healer. And so a lot of times what really helps that itch, rather than hyper fixating and focusing on negative things that you need to work on yourself, if you help others, and that's probably a part of your purpose too. So, and that can come in a lot of ways. you can heal through music. You can heal through, I don't know, massage therapy. You could be like an actual doctor or into Reiki, or you could just get on and talk to people. Or just being around you, you know, as long as you're putting your energy into it, since you are a healer, you have healing energy. And that's why it's so important that that self-worth is up. And we're starting to push down that judgment wound and kind of dissolve it. Because you are meant to help a lot of people, and you can't do that with that judgment wound coming up. And I know we've spent a lot of time talking about this judgment wound, but I did not think for a second that it would just go away after watching one video. This is a process. And the more we dig into it and explore each other's energy, the more that we'll be able to kind of like bring it to the surface and weed it out. Sometimes I like to ask my wounds to evolve. Sometimes I'll ask them to evolve. Can you be something that's a higher frequency, because I'm done with this? I literally did that with my anxiety, and I had the most crippling anxiety. I'm the type of person that did not leave the house forever. I didn't get my license till I was almost 30. Well, I'm not even almost 30. I didn't get my license till I was 28, almost 29. That's crazy. I have 2 kids. Like, judgment wound, anxiety, girl, I've worked through it all. And I wouldn't be sitting here before you today if I hadn't at least tried, right? And I'm not saying anyone's perfect with that, but we're here together to help each other. So a lot came from just this card. I'm curious to see what you guys picked up from this card too. There's just a lot of energy to work through today. I know you guys are probably feeling a little bit stuck, but you're not stuck. It's a transitional time, and I know transitions can be hard, especially for someone who has experienced transitions in a way that has like damaged you in the past. But this is not going to be the same. It can't be the same because you're different. You've worked too hard. You've spent too much time on yourself. And eventually you see progress, right? Even if you don't see it right away. My last video, I talked a little bit about where we get stuck in healing and why it looks the way it looks. So feel free to check that out. Oh man, everything wants to fall out. But Spirit, I need like really concise and clear instruction with this, and I just need the messages to kind of like, can you help me with this clarity that we're looking for? Because we're needing clarity, we're seeking clarity, and the energy is like really scattered. And I don't know if you guys have seen the rest of my content. This is like, I'm acting kind of weird today. Like, this is really uncomfortable energy, and it's very chaotic. Okay, Spirit, what do you have for us? Temperance in reverse, 10 of Wands. This intuitive block. Once you really open up that third eye and you're able to like truly experience your magic for what it is, a lot opens up for you. Be aware of the messages that are being sent to you by Spirit. Cardinals could be significant. Praying mantises. Turkey vultures. Ladybugs. Spiders. Bats. Salamanders. Disney princesses, specifically Snow White or Belle. Shrek, Odyssey, The Odyssey, Clovers. These are some things that might be coming up into your life lately. Some synchronicities that Spirit's been talking to you. Every time you doubt your connection with Spirit, it kind of sets you back. So it's important that we work on that judgment wound and just really trust ourselves. The best way, the easiest way, the most foundational way to really trust yourself, yes, baby, and to really work on that judgment wound is to work on trusting yourself. And I know you guys are leaders. I know you guys are capable, fully capable of guiding yourself on your own journey, at least for parts of it, right? We all want to look for some help in the ways that we can get it, but you are a leader and you guide others as well as just not just yourself. So you are fully capable of unraveling your journey the way that it needs to look and healing yourself. You are fully capable of this energy, you guys. I really don't like this. It's like, and it's a full supermoon tonight, so it should not be like this. This is crazy, you guys. I don't know if we went back a step, something happened to kind of let us shut down a bit in this collective. Somebody's feeling hurt, but, well, not somebody. That sounds like I'm blaming someone. You might be feeling like somebody came in and hurt you recently or had to face a wound and it didn't go like you thought. First of all, you did better than you think. And judgment comes from within. People who aren't worried about being judged will look so stupid and not care and not even know. Because they're free and happy. Think, not that Rafiki's stupid, but just to get my point across. Think about Rafiki from The Lion King. How he walked through the lion's den happy and chanting and dancing, wasn't even scared of those lions. They're like, hey dude, like, aren't you scared we're gonna eat you? He's like, why? I'm safe. That's how safe you are with your spirit team and yourself. And you should be acting like it. Okay? And you're capable of molding this journey and carving out the path. I know it's hard when you are a path creator. It's not always cut and dry. And it can be very lonely at times. But when you are the one creating a path, first of all, you're doing it because there are others that need this path. So there's a reason you came here to do this and to go through what you've been through. And second of all, that did require a certain amount of pain for you to experience in your life. But this has all been to open your magic and let you experience. It's all been turning you into the vessel you were meant to be for this. You could not do what you are going to do and what you are doing without being through what you've been through. Be grateful for the things you've been through. You might start noticing in your reality too that things look different than they did before. Or you might have like an item, right, in your house and you go, did that always look like that? Those kind of things might be happening. That's a sign that you have jumped into your higher self suit. You are becoming more and more your higher self every day. And the more that you lean into your higher self, the more you'll be able to take action. And the more you're able to see clearly the path that you need to be walking. Okay? And you'll feel it. And I know it's hard. Because, okay, if this is the masculine that I'm talking to right now, and that doesn't mean you're a man, it's your masculine side. So, feminine has worked on her judgment wounding, right? She's starting to recognize in herself that she's powerful and and that femininity doesn't look like society tells her. What we're working on right now is masculine being okay taking action and not worrying about the consequences. And masculine being okay stepping into his leadership role and stepping into their throne, basically. Feminine has been feeling ready for this. Feminine will take that crown. 90% of the time, she's there. Masculine is really like going, hey, how did you face this judgment wound? Because this isn't cool. Like, what happened to me was really deep. Like, slow down for a minute. Okay, so we're speaking to that masculine. And sometimes feminine, you'll have to slow down for your masculine. Because they haven't had the intuitive reception like you have. They don't have as clear a vision. So we're trying to catch our masculine up on their intuition and their clarity. Wow, that's interesting. Wow. You guys, sometimes things just, thank you, Spirit. This masculine energy also, I want to say, you're very calm and collected and logical. It's okay, though, to trust in your feminine side. It's okay to be led by a feminine energy. And I know, like, that sounds kind of ridiculous, but the way forward is through trusting yourself. And so if your blocks are coming from intuition, it is because we're not trusting our feminine. And I know I talked about this in the last video too. Our feminine energy pokes and prods at our wounds and asks masculine to come in and cut it. So it can be kind of frustrating because she's always pointing something out. Hey, this is wrong. There's a hole in your heart. Hey, you can work on this now. And I know it's annoying, but it's you are trying to grow. You are trying to move forward. So, feminine, slow down a little bit for your masculine. Masculine, be more receptive to your feminine. When you guys unite and come together, you will create this path together, first of all. But also, when you unite and come together, the things that you've been working on will be easier for each of you in their own respects. But it's really important to slow down and trust your spirit team. If anyone's going through separation right now, or you're not feeling like unionized with yourself, I always like to take everything as like within myself, and as within, so without. So it wouldn't be surprising if you're experiencing some of what I'm talking about externally as well. But what it comes down to is you. So if you have a masculine and you actually have a male partner or masculine energy partner, and you're actually in separation, it's because that is happening within you. Does that make sense? Doesn't have to go that way, but sometimes spirit makes things very obvious for us, especially this collective, so that you can really work on things. And your feminine wants to handle business and deal with business because there's plans and things that need to move forward, and your spirit team's trying to align you where you need to be, where you said you wanted to be before you came here. This is crazy. I'm honestly saying some kind of outlandish things that I would never have said a year ago. And I'm just like, so you've been working hard. This is a pretty interesting message. But yeah, that masculine is just, and I'm really enjoying this like very calm and collected vibe, but it's missing something. They're still wounding, and it's like, I'm afraid that so this came out in the reverse. The sun, this came out in the reverse. Masculine energy. So we are talking about masculine today for sure. And I had that feeling before I started, but that just felt like wild to me, I guess. But I'm afraid that if I move forward in my purpose or with my feminine, or I trust again and open my heart again, but I'm gonna get hurt. Just like I was. This is gonna get deep. Just like I was when I was little. And this might have been a parental figure, some sort of feminine in your life when you were young that really hurt you. And I'm so sorry. The way to heal that, yeah, and it's like really affecting the way you see your abundance, that it is not fair that you judge others based off of the actions of some. And I know it's hard because some people have probably come in to reinstill that belief system, but you won't grow that way, and you will see everything as not what it is. It clouds your vision, and it ruins the good things that are coming in for you. So this wounding, oh, and that's interesting. I never noticed this before. There's like a red moon, a regular moon, and I want to say a harvest moon. False moral. And it's not real. It's affecting you in a way so the way to heal that, sorry, let me get back on track. The way to heal that is to parent yourself. So if you are a man, really digging in, and I would meditate on this and ask your spirit team about it for sure, but really digging into your feminine energy and your mothering energy, and to mother your inner child. I know my masculines in here are very capable of that. You guys are really sweet and calm and kind. And I almost feel like you guys are afraid to be judged for this tender energy that you have. But babe, like, you being tender and sweet is what makes you so masculine. What? There you go, baby. You're welcome. Yeah, and it's time to like move past that wounding and kind of look in and see what we're really dealing with. It's time to actually look at maybe look at things different. But there's a belief system in place here that is affecting the way that you perceive your feminine. And I want to say, I know there are a lot of people, especially in like America, that see men as you have to be a certain way, you have to perform a certain way, or you're not masculine enough. And there's a lot of pressure on that. And raising a son, I'm blatantly and blindly aware of that, and I can't stand it. There are people out there, the right people. I know it's a potion, and you have a way to heal this, like through your witchy side, by the way. And we'll get into that. But there are people out there that appreciate that side of you. Go ahead, sweetie. And this is what I'm talking about. I've said before how spirit will come in and teach through me. Yeah, make sure you shut the door. Shut the door. We'll kind of teach a side lesson during the lesson, and the way you talk to your inner child will really start healing this. Like, and I don't even want to get any flack about like, you can't do that. You can do it. You can be more feminine within yourself and to yourself, because that's what he needs and he's asking for. That inner child is really lacking that mothering. But what I was saying is that there are people who appreciate that part of you, and they are the right people, but will see you for who you are. Because the goal it was never to be more feminine. It's never to be more masculine. It's to be in union with yourself. To have both. To heal both sides. This collective has probably mother wounds and father wounds. This collective has probably experienced, I don't know how I can say it on here, but assault on their body. This collective is definitely a witchy collective. I won't be surprised if this collective is very small. You guys have been through a lot in your life. You've already healed so much. But right now, this masculine's asking for help, and we have to kind of slow down for him. And honestly, feminines, if this is coming through for you in your, like, actual reality, be more gentle with your tone and your words towards your masculine. He really needs to see that soft side. And I know you're afraid, or might be afraid, to get basically shit on, because when you've been vulnerable like that before, it's been hard. But that's not the case now. Not with your masculine. Will you turn off the light, baby? Thank you. Good job. But it's important to, like, show him that, and he will be able to show you.
I love you.
I love you, honey. I'm almost done, okay?
Okay.
He will be able to show you a healthy masculine. And it's not your responsibility to heal him, but I think that we could all be more kind to men in general. You already know this. You're already the type of person that's aware of this stuff. But that message, it doesn't hurt to spread that message. Because there's so much pressure on men. And I know that women have been suppressed for a long time, but it doesn't mean, like, we suppress men to not suppress women. Does that make sense? So let's slow down for our masculine. And you guys are going to be able, you know, you are going to be able to build within yourself what you're looking for, or with your partner, this abundance that you're looking for. And you're going to be able to unlock that intuition. And yeah, look, the masculine's working on his magic right now. There's a big transformation happening, a big transition happening. These came out in the reverse. Okay, the masculine is, like, working on this super hard right now. You just have to be patient. It's gonna come in. This is like a new start. Look what I said about that transition. 5 of Pentacles. Oh, look, the Lovers. This might be an actual union. This came in the reverse. You're just doubting that connection you might have. But, oh, so I was talking a little bit about this earlier and I stopped myself. Just be patient with your masculine. And this might be within yourself, like I was saying. But this, transitions are hard, you guys. And we need to remember, just because we're a little bit further into some of our journey, your masculine side has to really, like, pick up the pace to keep up with you. And so, and I'm not saying you should ever slow down for anybody, but for yourself, you should absolutely slow down. Doesn't matter what's happening externally. The more you work on your internal, the more it'll just naturally come for you for the outside. So you don't really need to worry about what's happening outside. But anyone who's in separation right now, this is a transformative time for your masculine. And yourself is working on wounding. And I know you've been, like, healing through this whole time. You've been healing this feminine side. And it's really easy to kind of, like, not... you can't focus on one side without the other. Basically is what it's coming down to. Feel free to pause. Let me know what you think in the comments. Any intuitive hits. Listen to the music of your soul. Yeah, and this is, like, my artists, right? My creative collective that I've been talking to this whole time since I started my YouTube journey. And look, 1 and 9, beginning and ending. Beginning and ending. Trust in this beginning and ending. You know what to do. And the more you create and allow your creative energy to flow, the more that you will connect to yourself. That union feels amazing when your masculine and your feminine are connected, because you are able to bring into this world an idea or a vision or whatever spirit wants you to do or yourself wants you to do, right? Whatever needs to come forward. Because we clear that judgment wounding, open our intuition and receive, and then your masculine is able to come in and take action on what you're receiving and bring into the world. So you're not having ideas just sitting here or thoughts. You're able to just move forward. And that's why we have to slow down for ourselves and really take time to heal that wounding that feminine's poking at. She's like, hey, I have like all this stuff that I want to do. All these ideas, all this, you know, spirit's asking me to do, but I can't because this thing right here is blocking. And unfortunately, what happens when she pokes and prods is we look at her and go like, can you chill? I don't want to deal with it right now. And she's like, you need to deal with it. You need to deal with it because we're stuck. And you're like, I'm so tired of you. Why is all this bad stuff happening? The universe hates me. Why does this happen to me? And feminine's like, stop whining. Look, get it. Smash it. Like, she's like, it's this. And you're like, ah. That's why it's important to slow down and take time. This has been really, really eye-opening for me today. Wow. What a cool message. Thank you, goddess. I love stuff like this. Thank you for allowing me into your energy today. I'm going to return your energy back to you. 1010, as I said that. Cleansed and purified by the Most High. Calling my energy back. 4144. That's your foundation. We're having a strong foundation reset. This transition will be doing that. And 55 transition, like I said. Alright, guys. I'm so proud of you. Keep on working on clearing that intuition. I love you so much. I can't wait till our next message. Thank you for allowing me into your energy today. It is always a joy and a pleasure. You guys feel like home. And I'm so glad I started this journey. I can't wait to get to know you guys. I love you. Let me be proof that there are people out there that just love you. Just have loved you and will love you. Just because you are you. Okay? Without you even knowing them. There are magical ways that the universe is going to tell you you are so loved. Okay? So keep looking out for them and keep being the shiny star that you are. I'm proud of you, babe. I'll see you next time. Mwah!